Welcome to all to an exciting LinkedIn live session where the subject for the day for the discussion is basically converting fear into fearlessness. So I'm your host Jyoti Pandey, a vocation evolutionist and author, and I'm assuming you know the rest. If not, you can get on a call with me. I'll be more than happy to inform you. And today we are diving into conquering our fears and emerging stronger than ever. So basically, we all encounter fears in our career journeys, whether it is fear of change, fear of failure, or even fear of success. That is also an important aspect. So we will explore what drives these fears and what, most importantly, how to transform these fears into fearless action. So I encourage you to share your experiences and fears in the comment section for sure. And we are gonna have a deep discussion with Neetta Singh, who is obviously my friend, a certified life coach with 14 plus years of experience and an accomplished author. And her passion lies in helping individuals uncover their purpose, elevate self value, nurture self love, and silence that relentless inner critic. And the program that she has created is also Embrace Elevate. So, welcome, Neeta, to another live session.
Thank you, Jyoti. I'm getting used to these beautiful sessions that we are conducting and the amount of service and knowledge that we are generating and creating for all the people who are listening to us out there. So it's a
That's
great initiative.
Yes, so just to inform our viewers that Neeta is not a guest over here. We both are friends and we are hosting it together.
Yes,
So we will be
absolutely.
having a great discussion on how to convert fear into fearlessness and how to transform your life. So let's
Yes.
conquer our fears, unlock our potential, and rewrite our career narratives together. Remember, it's never too late to transform fear into fearlessness. So, Neeta, I would like you to introduce yourself to the viewers.
So, hi everyone. My name is Neeta Singh. I've been working in the corporate for the last 14 years, and now I am a life coach and an author. My passion lies in helping people clearing their blockages so that they can move fearlessly ahead and live the life that they have always dreamed that and bring that into reality. That's what I love about coaching. So that's in brief about me.
That's great. So, Neeta, before we start, I just want you to share, a personal experience where you had to confront a fear and automatically you turn that fear into opportunity. Because I would like to start from my end. Initially when I was in class 8, I had a fear of public speaking, but I realized that overcoming this fear was crucial for my growth, and that inspired me to take law as a career, because I would be getting the highest platform in the city to talk in front of Calcutta High Court. So that's the reason that inspired me to take that leap and take that as my career. So I took an opportunity to speak at events and gradually turned my fear into a valuable skill. So any
Right.
such particular instance that you can think of?
Well, what I can think of is, the fear of coming on camera and speaking. So I used to be like frozen. And when our industry is such that you always have to put yourself out there. And which it started with a small step that let's go online live and see how it feels like. And I remember I was so freaked out and I looked like a cartoon completely. I fumbled with my words and I was like, just staring and not blinking my eyes. But, and my voice was so shaky. But it was fun, after I completed it. So, though I went and felt all these emotions within, I still continued to keep doing it for the next 30 days because that was a challenge I gave to myself. And today, look at you and me. We both speak so beautifully, so confidently, and so much at ease, like it just flows seamlessly. So that's the magic of overcoming your fear.
That's great. Nicely explained, Nita. So I would like to
Yeah.
add something. Fears in our careers often stem from uncertainty and the fear of the unknown. We don't know certain things, and without knowing, we get fearful about the situation. What can happen, what may happen, what if. So psychology involves our natural instinct to stay in our comfort zone. Understanding this
Hmm.
psychology help us identify and address these fears effectively. So what do you think, Nita? Like, what is the psychology behind our fears in the context of our career, the career choices that we do?
I think a lot of it lies in the comfort zone because you are very used to the routine. So when your brain is used to certain routine, it's like, it's like a jungle which is covered with grass. Okay. Now, you know that this pathway leads me to my village. Okay. So what you will do is you will start walking through that. And once you start walking through it, everybody else will follow through. Now, maybe over a period of time, you realize that, oh, there's a shortcut over it. But what will happen? You will have fear in your mind and in your heart because you will think, I don't know what's going to come across next. Maybe I might get attacked by a lion or whatever. So something or the other will start getting created in your mind. But if you still keep moving ahead, you will eventually find out that it was nothing but just your own inner voices that kept coming in and stopping you from moving ahead. So to cut it short, I would say it all starts with, getting out from your comfort zone and trying to work on something new. Because your brain is always, always, always going to stop you from moving out of your comfort zone. You have to push yourself out of your comfort zone.
So that's nicely explained,
Hi,
Nita.
can you
So
hear me?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, very well.
Yeah.
So nicely explained. So the point that we have arrived now is the comfort zone, and how important
Yes.
it is for us to break the comfort zone, because the regular income that we are supposed to get end of the day, end of the month, if even if we are
Hmm.
into business, we are accustomed to that particular income, and we don't want to
Hmm.
break that pattern. So breaking the pattern, and
Hmm. Hmm.
I created a beautiful reel on this particular subject,
Hmm.
wherein I talked about everyone is fighting for the chair. Like, that is your chair. Even if you are in office, in an organization, or even if you are
Hmm.
entrepreneur, you are fighting for
Hmm.
that particular chair. But what if you are just fighting for a minimum
Hmm.
chair? You can
Hmm.
have, the throne can be on your head. So why we need to,
Hmm.
why what is stopping us to take that leap of faith? What do you think? Why people stop themselves? Because I see, because I have worked in a lot
There
of
are a lot of
organizations.
things that, yeah.
Yeah, continue.
Hmm. No, completed, Jyoti.
Yeah, because I have seen, in my earlier organizations, I have seen people who are on that particular designation, or there is no growth, no learning opportunity. But then, too, because of that particular thing, at the end of the day, a handsome salary, which will eventually get over in 20 days, 15 days, something like that. But then, too, we get so much
Yes.
attached. Our emotions are so much attached to that particular thing. So how important it
Right.
is to break the pattern and explore opportunities that we can have.
Well, Jyoti, they say if you want to get different results, you have to do something different. Okay. So if you are doing the same thing over and over and over again, and from days and months it goes to years, it's going to generate same results for you. So for you to do something different, you need, or to get different results, you have to define different strategies that will work for you. Okay, which means that you will have to probably upskill yourself. You will have to take you will have to take initiative. You will have to take the efforts to do the action steps, that will take you to a certain position. Or you will have to give your 100% out there. Hi, Jyoti, you are frozen or I have frozen. I have no
No,
clue.
no, I am able to hear you completely. Okay.
Did I freeze?
No,
Okay,
I'll tell you if there is a
okay,
if there
okay.
is a
So
technical
I
issue.
think it is the amount of action steps that is required. Okay. So what stops people is, the amount of change in the habits that we will have to make, because the same habits is not going to take them places. The second thing is the amount of action steps that they will require, that will take them from, point A to point B. And number three is, do they have that kind of time, energy, and the inclination towards moving that goal? So these are the three main things that is going to stop them from moving ahead. Other than, of course, if money is another part that's going to attract them. So yes,
Okay, so like Neeta, what I understood is fearlessness. If we talk about in a career journey, that means having the courage to pursue the goals, whatever you have thought of,
hmm,
despite the presence of fears
hmm,
and obstacles. So it's about embracing change, taking risk,
hmm,
and maintaining resilience in the face of
hmm,
adversity. Right. So according to you,
right, right.
Neeta,
Yeah,
if
and
we
risk, by risk, I mean, I think we should specify that it's calculated risk, not a reckless risk.
yes, calculated risk in the
Yeah,
sense,
yeah,
even if you
please.
want to take risk, you have to be prepared. So if I wanted to take a risk, I had something in my bank account so that I can take a risk, because entrepreneur journey is not
Absolutely.
very simple. If entrepreneur journey would
Easy.
have been
Yeah,
simple, then only 2% or 5% would not have been entrepreneurs, right? So it is very difficult to follow your
absolutely.
passion. And there's a famous saying that if you don't build your dreams, if you don't work on building your dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs. And that's what exactly happening in today's world.
Their dreams, yes.
Correct.
True, 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 true. Absolutely.
Yes. So,
Yes.
Anita, when we
Very
talk
well
about
said.
yes, when we talk about fearlessness, so fear to fearlessness is a journey which has to be in your mind first. So, as we say, food that we eat
Hmm,
that food three times. So once we think about that food, what we are going to make, once we are making that food, and the final one is once we are
hmm,
eating it. So I think everything crops
once
up
we're
in the
actually
mind.
eating, physically
Yes.
eating.
Yeah, so everything crops up in the
Hmm,
mind. You have a thought,
hmm,
like we talk about desires, so that is just a desire. You are sleeping,
hmm,
and then just a thought came to your mind, so that cannot be your goal, or
hmm, hmm,
your
hmm.
outcome. So outcome has to be, step on step process,
Right.
and your step on step process has to be
True.
designed. And it's a beautiful thought that has to be your own personal thought. It cannot be guided by external
Absolutely.
factors, like your bosses, your mom, dad, your family or friends, or anyone. So according to you,
Hmm,
Anita,
hmm.
like
Right.
fearlessness in the
Hmm,
context of career journey,
hmm,
like according to me, it is the courage
hmm,
to pursue your goals despite everyone saying no, everyone is
hmm,
against it.
hmm,
So what do you think, what is fearlessness
hmm.
in the context of career? I'm not talking about job professionals, I'm talking about each and everyone out here.
Okay, fearlessness in terms of career could mean, having planning in the first place, what is it that you really want to do in your career? Because if you don't know your why, you will just not know what to do about it. It's like a car without a GPS just moving around here and there. So identifying what is it that you really want is extremely essential. And secondly is creating steps, as in like smaller visions, not the 10-year vision, because that scares people away and it also puts people off. So start with smaller visions, like in the next 6 months, how do I see myself? So you break your vision into 6 months, and then you start working towards those goals, smaller goals. And eventually, probably in your journey of your 1 year or 2 years, slowly you will realize how much you have moved ahead. So this is what I mean by moving from fear to fearlessness. If you are straight away going to jump into the sea without knowing, how cold the water is, how deep the water is,
Right.
what kind of weather you might encounter, so then you are definitely going to sink. But if you're going to jump with your gear, with the right amount of oxygen, and with a outcome in mind, that I need to swim so these many miles, and if I get attacked, in between by fishes, and also I have my rescue team ready and all that. So that's what I mean, So when it comes in terms of your career, planning your risks is also essential so that you're prepared and you are not suddenly caught
Drowning.
unaware. What
Correct.
happens is, people think that doing business is very easy or being an entrepreneur is very easy, but They forget the amount of time, energy, and money that needs to go in building it up before starting to expect returns from it.
And uncertainty
But
as well.
because, absolutely, yes. And because I think most of the people start with the intention of when will I start making money, that's the exact reason why they don't make money actually.
Correct. So the focus
You know,
has to be towards the significance that you will be doing to the society, the impact that you will be making to the society, instead of what is the amount that
absolutely.
I'm getting from this particular person, right?
Absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. You said it very right. Yes.
Yes. So basically, the practical strategies that includes, clear goal setting. So goal setting has to be very important. You want to do
Yes.
something. Why you want to do something?
Hmm.
What is the reason you want
Hmm.
to do it? Your why
Hmm.
has to be so strong. So in
Hmm.
management, we used to say that there is a five
Yeah.
why concept. If you want to do something, you have to ask why, why, five
Hmm.
times. So once
Hmm.
you will go
Hmm.
through
Hmm.
this particular
Hmm.
pattern, automatically you will have a clear picture
Hmm.
actually whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it. So that is
Hmm.
setting your goals.
True.
Now, as you said, you have to break it
Absolutely.
down into manageable steps, like you said, 6 months,
Hmm.
and different people may have different
Hmm.
approaches. So manageable steps, the steps that you can
Right.
manage.
Right.
If you think you can manage it in 20 days
Hmm.
or 30 days, definitely that is a manageable step for you.
Hmm.
Now, seeking mentorship, according to me, is very important, because without a mentor, no one can be a great person, right? Even the top
Absolutely. Absolutely.
cricketers, you talk about the artists, actors, whoever is in this industry who's rocking,
Yeah. Even the
everyone got a
businessmen. Yeah. Yes.
correct, everyone got a great
Hmm.
mentor. And the
Hmm.
next
Hmm.
very important thing is the visualization exercise. So that's what we have been
Hmm.
doing for so long. You have to ensure that whatever you want to be,
Yes.
wherever you want to be, you need to imagine that you're already there, and then you need to be grateful for what
Hmm.
you want to do, and you already have done that. So that is the
Absolutely. Yes.
visualization exercise. Anita, having said that,
True.
we need to set up a
True. True.
particular, a different session for
Yes.
visualization, how exactly we need to do it. Because what I have seen talking to my prospects, what they do is,
Hmm.
I will be a millionaire
Right.
in future. That is not the visualization. Visualization is
Hmm.
something which has to be in present, like it has already happened to you. That is the
Right.
visualization. So we need to set up another session
In
for just
present. Yes.
visualization, I think. Okay. Now
Right.
the
Right.
key here is to take,
Absolutely.
yes, so the key here is to take small consistent actions
People
that
through
build you,
visualization. Yes.
yes, so that builds your
Yes.
confidence over time, right? So
Yeah, one important thing about visualization is, what, like this, there is a myth that's associated with visualization. People think that just sitting and visualizing is going to get them. It will get them. There is no doubt about it. But the reason why we are doing this visualization is because, let's say, if my money goal is, that I want to earn 10 lakh rupees each month, or I want to make my yearly income, I want to convert my yearly income into monthly income. Okay. Now that's my goal. Now, if I set this kind of a goal, what is going to happen is it is not in sync with me because the amount doesn't resonate with me. I might be able to earn that money, okay, but my mind, body, and soul is not yet ready to believe in it. So, what do I need to do? I need to create a goal, first of all, which is believable to me. Okay, so probably I should reduce the number of amount that I have thought for
yes,
myself. Second thing is your brain is not immediately going to accept, okay, that, oh, so you want to earn 15 lakh each month, really, and here you're getting only 2 lakh rupees salary, so your brain is going to make fun of you. Okay, so for us to strengthen and rewire those thoughts for our own self, okay, the visualization is important so that it is so processed and synced in within ourselves that uh, on the 30th day of your visualization, when you're consistently doing it, on the 30th day, it will seem so effortless and seamless. Your body will be in a calm state of mind. You won't feel anxious. You won't feel restless. Oh my God, I need to earn 15 lakh. I am already there. So these are the thoughts that everyone feels. but you will be actually cutting out those thoughts because of practice and making yourself build that faith inside of you that yes, you are capable of it. And then, of course, you, of course, take your daily plan of actions as it is, whatever you're planning to do.
Correct, rightly said,
I
Neeta.
hope this helps, everyone who's watching.
Yes, and Neither, to add to this, recently I watched a reel that was sent by you, I guess, right? So on that particular reel, it was said that all these visualizations and thinking in a positive state of mind and everything, these are the tools that will help you to take action, to take consistent action, and stay focused on your
Hmm.
journey. It's not that sitting idly at home doing nothing,
True.
no action, and you will
Hmm.
eventually be there. You cannot be a millionaire just sitting out there.
Hmm. Hmm.
You need to
Hmm.
work out,
Hmm.
work something on top of that as
Hmm.
well, right? So
Absolutely.
Neeta,
Absolutely.
and I just today I was following a show of Oprah Winfrey, wherein she said, there has to be set specific goals, right? As you discussed, there has to be goal, and you cannot take
Hmm.
your
Hmm.
car and go in any
Hmm.
direction. So she, shared it in a very comic way, wherein
True.
I used to have a boyfriend. Yeah, I used to have a boyfriend, and the boyfriend is asking me, "Let's go for a ride," and I want to know, where are you
Hmm.
taking me for the ride? So I need to know exactly where are you taking me.
Right.
So exactly that's what happens in life. You just, if you want to,
Hmm.
just you have spare time, you just want to roam around, that's a different thing altogether. But if you have set specific goals, you want to move in that direction, there are specific actions that needs to be taken. Correct?
Hmm.
Yes. So I think in that context, self-awareness is vital
True.
in
True. True.
conquering our
Absolutely right.
fears.
Absolutely right.
Right. Self-awareness is really vital in conquering our fears, and it helps us identify the root cause of our fears and understand
Absolutely.
our
Yes.
strength and weakness. With self-awareness, we can develop targeted strategies to address and overcome our specific fears. So,
Hmm.
regarding self-awareness, like many people do have this notion that I will not be able to do that.
Hmm.
Like people say that the poor people, they don't even get the dream of
Hmm.
getting rich, right? So
Hmm.
what
Hmm.
exactly is the self awareness? What do you want to share regarding this?
I think you shared a very beautiful story, and I remember it. It was quite a funny one that there was a beggar who had nothing other than,
Chapati.
one roti, chapati, yeah, one piece of dry bread. Let's put it that way. So he imagined that I have a little bit of what do you say, a
Petri.
sauce. So he
Yes.
was imagining that he's just eating that with a sauce, and then he sees another passerby, and the passerby is looking at him very intrigued. What's wrong with you? Why are you eating this? And he says, no, I'm in my mind, I'm just imagining that I'm having these two, three fancy sauces and I'm eating. And then that man whacks him, and then he says, at least, be rich in your imagination. At least imagine they're eating good cuisine. You have something that you really enjoy. So he said, even your thoughts are so poor, and how do you ever think you're going to be rich? So that is your awareness, basically. So even when your thoughts are not in sync with you, how are you ever going to get rich? So understanding what are your patterns, and I think these are the places where people really need to reach out to coaches, because they are the ones who are experienced, who can help you in this journey of growth, who can support you with your vision and help you take you to the next level. And I think people should really, really invest into themselves, because this is like, this learning is going to stay with them till the end of their lives. This
Correct. So
experience is going to stay with them.
correct. So
So
the root cause of fears that
understanding to how your mind works, understanding how to break the pattern requires help, and it requires strategy as well.
correct. So
Hmm.
basically understanding the causes why we have those fears. It may have
I
been
can't hear you.
yeah, I can hear you, Neeta. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So understanding the root cause of the fears and where it is coming from, maybe with your past experiences, you may have, there is a good story regarding the snakes. So a person when he
Hmm.
was in the childhood, 9 or 10 years of age. A person sees a snake, and the snake bite the sister or the brother, someone. So
Hmm.
throughout
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
life, this person is really scared of the snakes, that snakes will do harm to
Hmm.
him. But at the same time,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
there's a family who will, who will keep the snakes in their habitat, and they will do everything for the
Be
snake. They
living
take
with the
care of
snake.
the, yeah, they take
Yeah.
care of the snakes and everything. So that person is having a
Right.
different
Hmm.
understanding regarding the snake. So it is because there's some patterns or
True.
something that is coming from the childhood. So we need to break these patterns. So like
Hmm. Hmm.
for me, the pattern was,
Hmm.
I was not sure whether I will be able to ride a two-wheeler. So that was the pattern, because in
Hmm.
class
Hmm.
10th or 11th, I fell
Hmm.
down from a bicycle. My dad was teaching me how to ride a bicycle, and I just
Hmm.
fell down from bicycle. So there was a
Hmm.
notion in my mind that no, I
Hmm.
will not be able to. But I am a life coach, so I had to break my own pattern before we can, ask the world to do that. So
Yes.
that's why I went to the driving school and then learned. And right now, that is my outcome. I went on my two-wheeler from Pune to Mumbai, and then I returned back. So that was the
Right.
outcome. That you need to break your own pattern. There is
I
no
know.
one, yeah, no one in the universe is your competition. Your competition
Yes.
is you yourself. So that is important understanding. As you said, at many a times people are not able to understand that this is the something that they are carrying it here. And if you're carrying something here, so that means you will not be able to get over
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
or get rid of it. So you
Hmm.
need help from someone. So don't be hesitant about
Absolutely.
it and reach
Right.
out to anyone. Okay, so the next topic that I
True.
want to,
True. True.
you would like to add something? You have a lot of
Question.
interesting stories, I guess.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Sure. But just repeat your question once again.
Yeah, regarding the patterns, if something is here, then you may not be able to break that without help of an external source, because you are not
Hmm.
realizing, you are taking it as complete normal, but that is not normal. That is societal norm, right?
Absolutely. Hmm. Hmm. Right. 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 Hmm. I think it needs to start with the person who is, first of all, ready to go through this process, because not everyone is ready to go through this journey, first of all. Some people are okay with the way they are living and the way life is happening to them. So, no matter, no amount of coaching would really help them. Now, the second category of people is, I want something, no. And the third category of people is, I'm aware of these things, just tell me how to move on to level two, or how do I move to the next level. So they are aware, they are accepting, and they just want to take the next step. So we need to, it's challenging to work with the level two people who are clueless and confused actually, because breaking their pattern is the toughest task, because a lot of people who come from the middle class, I mean, we come from the middle class family. So for us, it's always been challenging when it comes to finances, when it comes to financial education, also, when it comes to making a career choice as well. Forget even the career choice, even making a choice in terms of your own marriage is challenging. So all these years of conditioning, say 25 years of conditioning, can't be broken in 3 months.
Correct.
So I think over here we need to the accountability to the client prospect as well, that you have been conditioned for so many years. Now for you to see the result, patient with yourself, so that first we work on breaking those patterns. Then we ask you, how do you identify the next time you come across these patterns? And then how do you switch over? And once that is a part of your personality, then you are ready to move on to the next level. But
Mhm.
over here, I think we need to have a lot of patience with people, and so do people also. They can't come with this mindset that I have invested so much and I can't see any change because it's not going to happen overnight. It's not magic. It requires dedication, it requires action, and it requires execution on the prospects part as well. So, see, you and me can teach people the skills, we can teach the techniques, we know how to flip our thoughts. It's not that you and me are sad or angry. We all feel these emotions.
Correct.
Once
So,
you have acknowledged these emotions, you have to let go and just move on to the next. Should I change my place? I think uh, uh,
yeah, I think you should do
disturbing in
something
terms
about
of
it.
my vibe.
Yeah, the network is really bad. Sorry to
Okay,
say that.
just give me a minute. Yeah, I'll leave and I'll come back. No, no, that's okay. I'll just leave and I'll join you back.
Okay, everyone. In the meanwhile, I have a very beautiful friend who is right now watching also, Divya Mehta. All right, and I want to tell you all that I have invited her also on the show, and today she is a bit busy, so she will be joining me next week probably. And I will request Divya, please come on the show and share your beautiful insights. So the topic that Neeta was talking about, the people are not vulnerable to accept that there is a change required, and I will share a very beautiful instance that happened recently with one of my friends. There are people, you are putting your content on social media on a consistent basis, right? People do not have that much energy or time to put a content and share it with the world, even if they think it is beautiful, share this to the world, but they don't have that much patience, or they don't want to put that effort. But when someone is putting a content, then they have to type some nasty comments, right? So if you cannot appreciate someone, that is okay. You can write, I did not like it that much, so that is pretty much okay with us. No problem at all. Everyone has their own perception. But writing nasty things on someone's social media doesn't make sense, guys, right? It doesn't show your growth mindset. So basically, if there is a change, so what Neeta was talking about is the change that is required, and it is up to us to accept that there is a change. So change required. So basically, I'll share my story. I completed this ICF accreditation 4 years back, and I had this layman excuse that I am occupied with my job. I have to give this much time to my job, and I was doing night shift, by the way, for 15 years of my life. So I was not able to, or maybe layman excuse, as I said. So I was not able to do it. Okay. But once I had this realization that I've completed the course, I'm a certified life coach now. So why not take a leap of faith? And that's what I did. I just took that leap of faith, and I took this coaching journey as a full time. So that's how you need to understand what is the priority, and wherever you are right now, are you actually satisfied, are you actually happy? And on the same topic, I have built a beautiful post today on LinkedIn and Facebook. Definitely you can go and watch. So in the meanwhile, I'll just wait for Anita to come. In the meanwhile, guys, if you have anything that you would like to share, you can please share it in the comments, and we would be glad to discuss on the same topic. Or if you have any suggestions regarding what should be the topic for next week, as we are coming live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 to 8:30. So if you have anything that you would like us to talk about, or if you want to be in our show, you're more than welcome. Just send me a DM on either, yeah, LinkedIn. LinkedIn would be nice.
Hi, wow. I'm
Okay.
audible,
Yeah,
Jyoti?
you're audible. So next time you need to finalize this place to be the final place wherein from where you will be taking the life.
Yeah, this looks better. Yes, right.
Yeah. So Anita, like we were talking about the mindset, okay, what is there was regarding the self-awareness. You should be knowing what exactly are the fears, where it is rooting from, what is the cause of fears, and you need to understand your strength and weaknesses. And once you understand your strength and weaknesses, that's when you can work on it. Because what I believe is the first step towards improvisation is the realization that there is a problem that exists, right? So that
Hmm.
exactly is the step that we follow, guys. Because first what we do is we check what is your personality, where are you coming from, and once
Hmm.
you are in good state, in a good state of mind or good phase of mind,
Hmm.
you can say what all
Hmm.
you can do, wonders you can do. If you are
Right.
not that okay state of mind, what is depriving you to get where you can be? So that is the first step. And once we
Hmm.
realize what exactly is the problem and where we need to work on, that's what we work on as coaches. So basically, Neeta, like failure is definitely a source of fear, but I think it is also an important teacher and a very powerful
Hmm.
teacher. Embracing failure as a learning opportunity reduces the fear associated with it. Like I gave my example, what would have happened? Okay, what's the
Hmm.
worst? You think about the
Hmm.
worst will not happen for sure, but that will give you the strength to move on, to take
Hmm.
that leap of
Hmm.
faith. So failures can
Right.
actually lead to personal growth and resilience, ultimately
Hmm.
making us more fearless in our careers. So
Hmm.
Nita, having
Hmm.
said that, do you want to share some insights on the relationship between failure and fear in the career context?
First of all, I think it's good to have failures because they allow you to introspect what is where you're falling short, or probably sometimes you're not falling short, but probably you didn't give your 100% to that particular act that you were doing, or you didn't completely dedicate yourself. And I sometimes also feel, that I might disagree with you over there, but sometimes I feel it's not about always being happy, good, or sad, because I saw this video where our footballer Sunil Chetri is speaking. You're not feeling good. Even Dave Goggins, he said, if you're even if you're not feeling good, get up and do it. If you feel like to cry, you still get up and do it. If you're feeling happy, you any which ways do it. So when you know that this is your goal and reaching that goal is going to make you give your sweat, blood, and tears to it, then be ready for those. You can't achieve your goals just by saying in a good mode that today I feel these are the 5 action steps I'm going to take. Today I feel sad, so I'm not going to take these 5. It doesn't work like that. There might be days we might feel low, or we really might feel exhausted. We might feel that we are not being noticed, our work is going unnoticed. We have so much of talent, but people are not appreciating me. There might be a sense of disappointment as well. But it is our duty that we do not get that is important. That we to affect us. And yet we work towards this because no one's going to come and save your ass. It's you yourself who has to lift yourself up, gather yourself up. People will start clapping for you once you're here at your pedestal. Once you achieve success, the entire world will clap for you. Then no one is going to look, how much of sweat, blood, and tears you give. But it's only your journey, and only you know the amount of hard work and dedication that you have put into. So somehow I feel it doesn't have to be just always about being in a good state. Being aware about it and not allowing it to affect, I think that is more important, according to me.
Correct.
What do you think?
So, yeah, basically, definitely everyone has to go through the ups and downs, turmoil of life.
Yes,
So,
yes,
once you are there, don't try to resist yourself that you don't want this, you don't want this. We should not crib. It's like an ocean where waves would be there. But as coaches, what we can do is we can guide you how to run through the waves. You cannot stop the waves from coming because we live in an ocean.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Hmm.
Correct. And
Absolutely.
Neeta, when we talk about the fears, I got reminded of a beautiful story that was shared by Sandeep Maheshwari. What he said that there are
Hmm.
people who are scared of ghosts. The moment I heard that story, that was very like years back, not a recent thing.
Hmm.
That was years
Hmm.
back. And he said, suppose there is a ghost. Somewhere you are in a lonely room, alone room, black, entire dark. And what
Hmm.
will you think? You will anticipate that there is a ghost. Now you are alone anyways. If there is a ghost, he is gonna kill you. So why not, instead of taking the name of all the gods and everything, you are trying to take the steps and not looking back? Why can't you have the guts to face that? Just turn your head, face that ghost in the eyes, and that is head on.
Yes.
Correct.
Hmm.
Anyways, you're gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is the end that you
Absolutely.
already have decided for
Plan for
yourself.
yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. So, so basically, the moment I heard that story, I was so out of my mind that actually this is what
Hmm.
the attitude should be. We
Absolutely.
all are gonna fail eventually, but what
Oh,
everyone is failing somewhere or the other. Someone is in a very
absolutely.
nice relationship, right? He is
Hmm.
thinking that it's a nice relationship. Talk to the spouse. Talk to the spouse.
Hmm.
You'll figure out whether it's a beautiful relationship or the
Or
other way
whether it's a
around.
shitty one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically,
I think all of us carry these tiny ghosts within us actually. But it's time to grab them by their horns, and face them and look into their eyes and ask, what is it that you want, and then just get rid of it.
correct. So,
So,
Neeta, so according to me, developing a growth mindset involves believing in your ability to learn and adapt, embrace
hmm,
challenges, view setbacks as opportunities, and continuously
hmm,
seek to improve. So, a growth
hmm, hmm,
mindset fosters fearlessness in the pursuit of your career
absolutely
goals. So, we're not talking again.
true.
We're not talking about any specific or particular line of business or any job
Hmm, hmm,
professional, but we're talking about,
hmm,
it is very imperative to have a growth mindset, because if
hmm,
someone can have a growth mindset, they can overcome fears and achieve success by working
hmm,
on all these goals, a step on step,
hmm,
following the step on step process. So
hmm.
what do you think, how can someone develop a growth mindset to overcome fears and achieve success?
I think people basically just need to have an open heart and an open mind. When you have an open heart and an open mind, you come with a blank slate and you are ready to write new ideas on that. Okay. But if you are coming with preconceived notions and if you're going to defy everything that is being told to you, then probably that is not the space for you and me because you can't work together and you can't grow. There is no way you can grow together. So I think this journey is only meant for people who are ready to embrace an open mindset and the challenges that come along with it, okay, and who are ready to look at the different perspectives and not just look at one perspective. Like when the horses are going on race and they all have this the thing that they put in front of their
Blinders.
eyes, so that they don't get
Blinders,
yeah, yeah.
blinders.
So they are not, yeah, blinders, okay, so that they don't get distracted, and so they're just running in that one direction. So if you're going to be one direction, not going to remove blinders to look at the other perspective, then no one can help you. So yeah, I just basically feel everyone, it's not possible, but still, the more open, the better. Because you know what? Our minds are like sponges. And the biggest sponge is our subconscious mind. It absorbs everything. So it's our duty that we identify and filter the clutter out and we understand what we are putting into it. Because everything that goes into our head is getting impressed on the subconscious mind, knowingly, unknowingly. And that is what is affecting our behavior, our thinking, our belief, and therefore the actions that we are giving outside
Oh,
because of
that's
those.
That's a great example, Neeta. That reminded me of Sponge. it absorbs everything around. So that's what happening
Yep.
when you are at this particular mindset. You have the people of the similar mindset surrounding you, right? So
Hmm.
they are not talking about empowerment, they are not talking about growth, they are not talking about taking a leap of faith, they're not talking about any rise. All they are is scraping, right? Like, I did not get this, I did not get that, either from the bosses, from the family, or from the universe, whatever, right? So basically, what we are talking here is the support network. Okay, so
Hmm.
it is said that if you want to be a millionaire, you have to talk to someone who is already a millionaire. If you want to be a millionaire, you need to adapt the habits what the millionaire does, right? So
Hmm.
what is a millionaire lifestyle? You need to go research. And it is said that you cannot be a millionaire out of a sudden. You imbibe
Hmm.
those habits, you display those habits, and that's when someone sees,
Hmm.
like, and then they picks you that
Hmm.
you are the perfect for this.
Hmm.
It's not a
True.
job wherein you will be hired and then you will be trained,
Hmm.
then you will be in OJT, and then you will be on floor. It doesn't work like that. So basically, if you want to grow, you have to be surrounded by a support network group, which is very much crucial, because that
True.
support groups provides encouragement, advice, and a safety net when you take risk. So surround yourself
True.
with mentors, colleagues, or friends who believe in your potential and can help you navigate your career fears. So in our
Hmm.
whoever wants to grow, everyone do have a support network. We call it mastermind in our community, and we have beautiful
Hmm.
masterminds, and every person is supported by the mastermind. It's a group of large group, and someone or the other is always pushing us every day. So Neeta, when we talk about the
Absolutely.
sponge and the support group, what do you want to share something regarding the importance of having a support network in facing career related fears?
Absolutely. Absolutely. A support group is extremely essential for identifying how the support group supporting you. In what way are they you? Identifying that is also essential. Are they supporting you in your growth, or are they actually making you nervous or bringing your morale down? So that's one thing. Second thing is, if you do not have access to support groups, then in that case, what do you do? So in that case, you go and experience these things by yourself. Now, what do we mean by experience? Now, if say, let's say you like this mansion and it's really beautiful. So what do? You go and you spend a few evenings out there admiring the mansion, and then visualizing, how will I look, standing on those stairs? How will I look walking through those hallways? Or if probably there's a luxury car, and you cannot afford it right now, but go to the showroom, sit in that car, touch that
Give it
car,
a try.
feel that car physically, take a test drive, and start going to make you feel when you own this car, right? And visualization, living in those moments builds up. One short story that I'm going to share is of our very own Dhirubhai Ambani, wherein back in our days, when our parents used to earn, the salary used to be very meager, hardly for 500 rupees. So when he got his salary, he went to a five-star hotel to have a cup of tea. Okay. Now he knew that he is going to blow up his entire month's one cup of tea. He still went and did that. When he back, he's laughing at him, what a fool you are. You blew up your entire month's salary in just one cup of tea. He said it was not about the cup of tea. It was about getting into their and their experience and understanding what does it feel like to be rich? What does it feel like to have tea in that five-star hotel? How do these rich people talk, behave, act, think? He said, I wanted to understand and imbibe and get that experience. And the rest, as everyone knows, is history. We all know how good and big the Reliance Industries and the Ambanis are today. So, had he not gone to that hotel to have that tea, I don't think so this would have ever come into the picture. So if you are not going to allow yourself to take that risk, of or that jump, like we say, leap of faith, It might work, it might not work, but the weight of regret later on is going to be very heavier than not even trying for it. So I think moving ahead and giving it a try is all that one needs to do.
Correct. So, Neeta, you mean to say enough of fear now? Now, fear can be a powerful motivator. So, we need to use it as
Absolutely.
a catalyst by acknowledging its presence, analyzing the root cause that we are carrying, and then channelizing that energy into settling ambitious goals or achievable goals or targeted goals that you can say. So, fear can actually drive you to accomplish more than you ever thought could be possible. So, enough of
Absolutely.
fear. Definitely, everyone is going through that particular phase, something or the other. If
Hmm.
you are failing, you are sad, it's okay. But there are people, if they succeed, then only they are sad. I don't know
Hmm.
why. Because something is
Hmm.
stopping them to enjoy life. Something is
Hmm.
stopping them. So basically, don't
Hmm.
stop yourself at any point in time. The moment you think
Hmm.
that life is becoming monotonous, that's what we
Hmm.
always have done. The moment we thought life is becoming monotonous, just move out from that place. Be it
Absolutely.
whatsoever empowering. There is no empowerment
Hmm.
if there is no growth.
Hmm.
Growth
Hmm.
comes with empowerment, and there's no growth, then there's
Hmm.
no empowerment. So don't be in that dilemma that
Absolutely.
there is a growth. There is no growth. So basically, Neeta, when we talk about using fear as a catalyst for professional and personal growth, do you have anything to add to this?
you know this just came up into my mind right away. I feel when we are going to end the session today, we should end it with a question for our audience, that once you reach your retirement stage, let us ask them a question. What next plans? Are you just going to sit back and relax? Okay. What is the next source of income that you have created for yourself? Okay. Or what are the places that you have chosen to travel for yourself? Or are you just going to sit over there feeling demotivated that my life is over, now that I have retired and there is nothing more to look forward to? I think we should leave our audience with this question and encourage them to answer this so that we can also understand what is their perspective and how they are going to move from this fear of retirement to living life very happily and moving on to the next zone. And this is, of course, for the retired people that I'm talking. But yeah, what was the other question? I got so excited that I forgot about it.
Okay, fear can be a powerful motivator. So how can someone
Oh, yes.
use it as a catalyst for personal or professional growth?
Wow, they just have to give it a go, because they have to just balance out the risk, what are the kind of risks they are going to face. And if it's really not going to hamper their life, okay, then it's really worth taking the risk. If it's not going to hamper the bank balance in a very huge way, then they should take a risk. Like I said, taking a calculated risk is a smart move. And maybe figuring out what is the amount of time, money, and investment that I need to do in this for this to work, or maybe it might not work. All right. But I don't understand why should we push a mind towards this might not work. And that's, I think, a very comfortable mindset that this might not work, this may not happen, may not come, but why can't this is going to work? And I think I'm just going to move on to the next level. And things are going to be very different from here on. I mean, why do people always talk about I do not want this, I do not want this, I want people to understand and be aware that every time you're saying I don't want, start changing that to what do you want. Instead of cribbing, start becoming happy. I want this. I want this jewelry. I want that. I want those shoes. I want this. And stop bothering so much about the results. Like we saw this video talking about pressure down their heads for that. What is the outcome for this? What is the outcome for this? You can plan an outcome, but you can't make that outcome a reality that this is exactly how things are going to be. It might be something different, that it might be 50 or 40% here and there, but it's okay. You just need to be prepared for that, I think. I think the biggest thing for getting over your fear is go and give it a try. Because, like I said, the weight of regret is way higher. And yes, the most important thing is, do it when you have the chance and when you have the opportunity and when your body has the energy. Because when you grow old, even though you will have the energy or the desire to do it, but your body physically might not really,
Support.
be in sync with you. Yeah. So why not do it while you're alive, when your body is still healthy, when your mind is still healthy, and you have the chance and the ability to take that risk, even if it's a failure, it's still something that you have learned what not to do. You can again have a restart that I'm going to eliminate this step from my journey and I will move on to the next step because this is not working for me. So I think everything needs to be taken as a learning and there are no losses, it's all knowledge, experience, and learning. That's it. That's how we also have to accept it. If things, so many things didn't work out for us also in our lives, Jyoti, isn't it? Whether it
Correct.
was
So,
in
yes,
our,
yeah, I just got reminded of a beautiful thing. So there are people, I have encountered people who will come, and whenever you put a positive thoughts, your thoughts becomes your reality. Okay, like this. It is good
true.
in books only. So that is the comment that I get. Definitely, I take actions on that as well. I talk to them separately. But the point is, when you are using those statements, like you are coming from a state of mind which may be your past experiences, so you need to confront them, right? And when you talk about these people, then they will say that no, I don't want to. I think I'm perfect. I don't want to do it. So basically,
Hmm.
either you are perfect or no, not perfect, right? No one can
Hmm.
be
Hmm. Hmm.
perfect. First of all, you should have a growth mindset. You should come
True.
out of that chaos that has been created since ages. You have to
Hmm.
come out of that, and don't
Hmm.
only say that you're perfect, because either you're pregnant or you're not pregnant. You cannot be semi pregnant. Let's accept the reality.
True.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, all we are trying to do is give you a clarity on what are the things that we can work on to take you to a
Hmm.
upper level. And that's the
Hmm.
only request that all the coaches out there, asking you to come on a clarity call. It's anyways, it's not costing you any bucks, right? Come on a clarity call, let's have a healthy discussion, and then you take your decision whether you want to go ahead or not. Because fear
True.
is a natural path of growth. Embrace it as a
Hmm.
sign that you are pushing your boundaries, and it is very important to push your boundaries, guys. With the right mindset, support, and strategies, you can turn your fear into a stepping stone towards a fearless and successful life.
Hmm. Hmm.
Correct.
Absolutely well said. Yes. True.
So, Anita, your
I think
final
today's
words.
session was a very, very powerful session, Jyoti. Okay, consider these as my final words, Jyoti. So, I think today's session was very, very powerful and a very, very a topic in which I guess a lot of people are finding it very challenging in their everyday lives. I'm glad we covered this topic, and I hope everyone who saw our program today, it helps them, it benefits them, it gives them some insights, And like you mentioned, if there is anyone out there who is looking for support, who is looking to work with us, they can reach out to you or me. And yes, we can have a conversation going and let's see where this will lead to. Thank you for
Correct.
doing this session. And I want to appreciate over here in front of everyone that I'm so grateful that we are collaborating and we are doing this fantastic work. Two ladies, powerful ladies doing this. And I feel so proud as a woman. We are so supportive towards each other. We are looking to empower each other. And there's nothing better that we could have done to grow and, reach to the next level together. I'm very happy.
Neither you can share the statement that you used the last day. The females who are there, and I want to hear from your
Okay.
statement. Yeah.
Yeah, so there are two kind of females, one who are envious of the others, but I like to work with the other set of females who are supportive, who are collaborative, who are empowering, and who are happy and who will always clap for you when you are succeeding. Okay, not just for their own success, but who will be always happy and clapping and supporting in your success as well. So I'm glad that we have associated with each other and we are progressing towards this journey. And I can really, really see a huge amount of growth in terms of both of us in our careers, in our personal lives. It's very enriching experience. And as coaches, I think this is a very, very beautiful experience that we can also share with our clients. This is a beautiful story that when two powerful women come together, they can create miracles, not just a house and children, but we can create an empire as
Correct. So, Anita, you missed the part wherein you said that women who want to be mediocre, they are jealous and envious of someone. Women who want to be or are at the top, they always have a tendency or mindset of collaboration, right?
well.
So that's
Absolutely.
what
Yes.
people say about two females cannot withstand each other. Two females, that is not the truth. Just go and check out there. All the successful females are being supported by, guided by, mentored by a female. So that is the lesson out here. And thank you guys for joining today's live session. Don't
Yes.
forget to connect with either one of us. And remember, fear is just a hurdle to the path of success. Embrace it, learn from
Absolutely.
it, and let it fuel your journey from fear to fearfulness. Until next time, stay tuned. And also, we'll
From
be
fear
coming
to fearlessness.
fearlessness. Yes. So we'll be coming on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 to 8:30. If you have any questions, you want to connect with any either one of us, you can definitely drop us a DM on LinkedIn. That's very important.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Thank you, Jyoti.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.